It's 5 o'clock. We'll call Sawyer County Public Works meeting to order. Ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Ron Kinsley.
Here.
Mark Helwig.
Yep.
Randy Newman.
Here.
Chuck Van Etten. Jim Evans.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Next item is the pledge of allegiance. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Certification, compliance, open meeting laws.
This meeting was noticed to the media and public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Thank you. Number 6, meeting agenda. The agenda is set. Number 7, public comment. Do you have anything, Jane? Ms. Zomer?
Linda Zilmer's online.
Good evening, Linda Zilmer, resident of the village of Birchwood, but a commuter and property owner on County Highway F and Double D in Edgewater. My public comments tonight have to do with future agenda items, possibly for August. On July 15th, there will be a public open house on the Sawyer County draft of the hazard mitigation plan. And that plan, I went back and looked at previous versions going back to 2014. Those plans have items that pretty much every department in the county had some kind of responsibility for to help mitigate risk, to prevent loss. And some of it was just common sense. So with regard to public works and highway, one of the things I noticed in the 2014 draft was that the county was going to come up with some kind of a countywide driveway ordinance. And it's not the highway access control ordinance that was adopted in 24, but it was, or 2025, whenever it was. It was an ordinance to ensure that driveways were constructed to allow emergency vehicles to enter, leave, and pass each other, and that the driveways were maintained free of obstruction. And I don't know that the county ever did that. So with kind of short notice of this public meeting, I think it's worthwhile for each county to revisit what their roles are in that plan. I don't know, I'm not hearing from any towns that they were aware that they were contacted, or our local fire departments and emergency services. And then the final comment I have to make is about using the county website to provide more detailed information about construction activities or closures, to include a time frame and a map. Because when I get multiple calls from people who assume that I know what's going on because I watch your meetings or attend them, all I can see on the county website is that there was going to be a closure of D, and F starting July 6th, but there were actually some temporary closures earlier than that. And other counties have examples of how they help provide public notice, probably save a lot of people calls to the highway department and to other people. Thank you.
Thank you. Is anybody else online? Number 8, consider approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, which was June 10th.
I'll make a motion. I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. Newman, second by Mr. Howie to approve. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Number 9, maintenance department report. You want to touch on anything, maybe?
The only thing I'd add is we are down a man in that department. So they're running a little shorthanded. We're actually talking about getting an LTE in there to fill in, because it could be for a little bit. But they've done a wonderful job being shorthanded. It just takes away from some of the other things they can do.
Do we have any questions?
Is he ever gonna come to any of the meetings?
I can talk to him again.
I think do we need him? The day I think they hired him.
He came one meeting, yeah. I know in the past, Andy Alvarado had told Tim Hagberg he didn't have to come, but I had kind of said I would like department heads to be at the meeting, so.
Yeah, just kind of weird that it's like, assume that Tim did it, so, I guess I can do it. I don't know if that's what he's thinking or, but I agree. Thank you.
They did a real nice job on my office, so I have to give them credit. They made a really good wall. Mike helped with the design. It's all done and painted and pretty much finished. Today he came in and they finished the electrical. So even though they're short-staffed, they did a good job, and now they're finishing Rachel's side, and she likes it too.
Thank you. Number 10, Sawyer County Airport report. Mr. Leslie.
A few notable things happening at the airport here in the next stretch. This Sunday, July 12th, the Civil Air Patrol's having their pancake breakfast. So we'd like to try to see, a board member or two to try to sneak out for that. The proceeds go towards the cadet program. Usually a lot of their uniforms and stuff like that. 7 to 1. So they've been getting actually quite a bit of traction out there. They've got more cadets, I think, than they've ever had. And then some of the cadets' families have been getting involved in the program and offered to do some things out at the hangar and help fund. I know that I think it was the electric company, one of the utility companies locally donated I think $5,000 check to their program as well. So their program has really been seeing a lot of traffic. So Monday nights, they've got meetings at the airport every Monday. And, there's 15, 20 cars out there in the hangar with their activities every Monday night. So that's really promising to see. We usually don't have too many airplanes fly in for it anymore. We kind of stopped calling it a fly-in years ago. We'll have some, but fly-ins are kind of hard because Oshkosh is the next week. And, if there's a rain day or there's clouds in the area, that could be thunderstorms, you won't see a single airplane. So we kind of just went away from advertising and trying to blow it up quite so much.
Do they still let, I see they're taking kids for rides, they still letting them fly?
Not for the pancake breakfast deal. No, that kind of got shut down with insurance probably about 10 years ago. But in August 8th is when the local EAA chapter will be doing the rides in Hayward, Sawyer County. Again, it's probably about 8 to 1 time period, I think. Last year, I think we did 17 kids got flights.
My daughter must have been one of the last ones.
Yeah, it used to be, fly-ins used to be a lot different than they are now. Fly-ins used to be a lot bigger deal. There just used to be a lot more people flying small airplanes, period. Most of the people now just kind of reserve their time to go to Oshkosh, the big one once a year. And that's kind of like a nationwide pull for that one, or worldwide, I should say.
Yeah, it's a big one. We went to that Civil Air Patrol once, down to that.
I think they say it's one of the biggest events that happens in Wisconsin the whole year. Oshkosh is. I've been communicating with Mike quite a bit lately. We've got things that we're always working on. Airport's busy. It's gonna peak the third weekend, starting the 22nd. That'll be probably our busiest 7-day stretch of the year towards the end of July here through that weekend. I don't know.
Is that Lumberjack weekend?
When's Lumberjack? Yeah. Yeah, so the 22nd is when arrivals really, that's a Wednesday, and then Sunday, the 26th is when we've got multiple events happening that are bringing in heavy iron. So that'll be our busy week of the year. We still need to spend some time thinking about snow removal stuff going into next winter, but it's July. I guess we should probably start that process. I haven't talked with Shane Cryer yet, but I do believe that his contract's up. So that's something that we're gonna have to probably discuss ourselves and then bring here, presumably. Sales are doing well. Relations around the airport are doing well. I really haven't had any complaints. Some of the late night arrivals, the midnight arrivals and late jets sometimes can get people excited, but I don't think I've received any complaints on those yet either. So that's nice.
Wasn't there a time frame on that master plan? No.
No, I've been on the phone a couple times this week with the state on this, and the state's done everything that they can do on the master plan.
You may have missed when you were gone for a little while. It's pushed way back. They brought it back and pushed it way back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sitting on the FAA's desk, and nobody in the county or really the state of Wisconsin has an idea as to when we're gonna see progress on it. There's a lot of factors.
Yeah, I wasn't very, it was pushed out of the loop for a while.
Yeah, no, that's what I can think of.
Questions, sir? Hearing none, thank you.
Derek, that Young Eagles, is that the one that Dan Marcel was involved in as a
Correct.
mentor? Are there
Yep.
any other hangar owners that are mentors?
Yes. Yeah, we've got 4 or 5. We do have a hangar lease that's coming up for a 30-year renewal in September that we're gonna have to spend some time talking about as well.
The rule on those is they're supposed to start working on that 6 months before the renewal. Dan was contacting us in December and January, and it just got done now. So we need to get going right away on that.
Well, yeah, there's other factors in that one too. So things that Rebecca might have to be involved with, potentially.
Make sure it's on the agenda for August so we can discuss what we need, please.
September's gonna be here pretty quick at this point in time. I know that I've been talking with Mr. Pinnell, and he's got a new piece of equipment that we're really hoping that can come out to the airport to help us out for brushing. A 12-foot mower that he thinks is amazing. I think it looks good too. The section that he did down by G2 and the gas station looks really nice. So it cuts 12 feet wide, whereas the last couple of years when maintenance or highway's been doing brushing for us, we've only been going 4 or 5 feet wide. 4 feet wide. So we're going from 4 feet to 12 feet. So hopefully we can maximize our budget and keep trying to get the airport in better shape for brushing. So that's going good too.
Thank you. Highway Department report.
Good evening. So the crews, we've been working on crack sealing on County Road C from Exland up to State Highway 48. They completed that whole section, along with some mastic on B from town out past the Highway Department, just about to the casino. And then we did some crack sealing past Frog Road out and some mastic out towards Muskie Tail Resort that way. We still got patching going on throughout the county. We're behind on a lot of stuff just with the whole 70 and state stuff we had going on this year. So we did start our mowers this year. We got mowers that started in winter. We have mowers that started in Birchwood, 27, 63. We got them on B right now. So we're kind of spread out through the county, kind of different what we used to do. So everybody, kind of gets a little bit of the mowing instead of the very end of the year. We did complete the 3 culverts on County F and DD the week before last. We started pulverizing on County F on Monday. We've pulverized approximately 3 miles of road so far today, up to today. We are working tomorrow and Friday pulverizing. We should be wrapped up with that by Tuesday. I'm hoping that's with everything pulverized and graded. I did hear today that the plant will probably be set, we'll start paving August 10th. We were supposed to pave the first week of August, but the plant moved up to Douglas County today. They got about 35,000 tons of asphalt to run through. Then it'll be coming down here. And that's why I did not put a timeline on this project. When I sent it to the radio, Emergency Management, Highway Department, Facebook, county website, Birchwood Bobcat Riders, Emergency Services Birchwood, Town of Edgewater. I did not put a timeline because I'm at the mercy of Monarch and the plant, so I didn't want to be held to a timeline. But I mean, roughly it's, 2-month project by everything said and done. And we have not had one complaint at the Highway Department nor a phone call at the Highway Department of any complaints of County F. I've been on the project every single night this week. I've talked to a lot of people. We've met with all the resort owners. Nobody's had an issue down there, so everything's been going good. Not saying we're not gonna have issues, because it's gonna get dusty, and we're gonna do the best we can to keep it watered and keep the road smooth for the next couple weeks, so. Otherwise, very happy with the crew. I mean, we're new to this. The road was pulverized in Surrey County 11 years ago, and it was that section of road. So, it's pretty exciting, for me anyway. I don't know if anybody else is excited about it, but I am. Otherwise than that, construction did start on GG, going out to, Price County. I have not been out there yet, but I did hear today from the state that they did start finally. They're about 3 weeks behind. And then we're behind on the State Highway 27 from Carroll Drive to Boylan Road. They had some culvert issues of getting the culverts, so that's not gonna start now till July 27th. During the culvert replacement, the state is gonna provide a detour. The detour is 70 to 53 to 63. They have to, I mean, the state has to, but as locals, we all know how to get around, right? But that's only gonna go on for the culvert replacement. I think there's 6 culverts, so it's not gonna be a very, once construction starts, it'll be just like we have a moving, flagging operation, so. Still finishing up, we're at 2 appraisals on the County E, right-of-way acquisition. One, we're dealing with the lawyers back and forth right now, to try to settle. We're not sure where we're gonna be with that one yet. And the other one, we just can't get a hold of people, so that's why I went to appraisal. County D, Chippewa River Bridge, they're just finishing up the drains. We gotta do the approach work, the striping, a little bit of paving down there, but we're hoping to have that all finished and open up by July 30th. And then there's a public involvement meeting for the section of road, July 13th from 6 to 8 in Village of Radisson for the section of road from Radisson to Winter. So I guess, and I believe that's on a Monday.
13th.
13th, yeah. So, I mean, if you're available, I would go there. That section of road's not gonna last till 2029, so hopefully we can get some money from the state to do what they're doing out on GG to Price County. And then we're still looking for one more summer labor and one more operator for the highway department in Hayward and one summer LTE, which we do have a interview tomorrow for an LTE position, so. Otherwise than that, I do wanna talk a little about, Mike's not aware of this yet because it just got it dropped on me, but, so our winter maintenance budget's around $712,000, I think was this year, is what we budgeted for. I've increased it this year and you haven't seen it yet, but almost up to $1 million for the winter because our salt price went up to $109.74 a ton. And the previous years we've been able to order less salt because we've had good winters, but we haven't had to order as much salt each year to keep the sheds full. This year we have to order 4,200 tons just to fill our sheds, and that's almost $500,000 right there. So with that being said, there's nothing we can do about it this year, but I mean, well, there is things we can do about this year. We always have to order our salt a year in advance. But we gotta start looking at options to reduce it, unless you guys wanna spend $1 million or more in winter maintenance. I don't know, it just keeps going up. It went up from 102 last year, and now it's up to 109. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna ask the
it
prime.
does, but we're not set up for, I mean, that's down the road. I mean, that comes with trucks and brine makers, and it's an investment that way, and it's not gonna save, it's not gonna save us money, and it, you know, I thought it would, and when I start really looking at it, you know, it's not gonna save us money right now. Things that I could see as saving money is, and you know, I'm just gonna put this out there, is that we salt everything in the county pretty much. You know, we're a salt county, but we could salt like Highway B, Highway W north to Winter, Highway K that runs across the 27, you know, I mean, the main kind of roads, and we do a salt sand mix on the low ADT roads, E North, GG, you know, G, A, and cut costs that way, but that's totally up to you, whatever you guys want to do.
What was this?
I like a 50-50 mix, a salt sand mix, we're not just running pure salt on everything, or a double O, you know, I mean, roads that with minimal traffic. Cause even at a 50-50 mix, you're still gonna clear, I mean, Washburn County runs salt sand on every one of their county roads.
Yeah, and I think township down Hayward don't even run salt, they just run
Yeah,
sand.
yeah, so I mean, it's all what you guys wanna do. I just wanna bring it to your attention that salt did increase quite dramatically, and I don't see it for going down. I mean, it's just a big expense.
Are there other benefits to a salt sand mix? Like do you get instant traction before the salt works its way through.
You do, I mean, it does help, it doesn't clear, like, if our roads, like honestly, if it snows, like say, a Monday night, and if our roads are not clear by 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning to where there's water running, we're getting phone calls, I mean, it's nuts. But, you know, salt sand, it's still gonna melt, you know, I mean, but it's gonna take longer, people, I mean, we've just gotta learn how to drive. I don't know what to do.
Well,
You know, no matter what we do, it's like,
Well, I
it's like a
definitely agree
no-win.
with, I definitely agree with these lower traveled roads. I mean, that if we need to start cutting costs, we gotta start cutting costs.
I would say at a minimum, the lower used roads and, you know, if we went to the, 50/50 on all roads, as far as phone calls, it's like save money and get phone calls
Yeah.
or not save money and not get call.
And that's totally
I
up,
mean, it
you-
sucks to have the phone calls, but
that's the committee decision, you guys, policy. I mean, if you guys, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do, I'm just saying it's getting expensive. We can still keep doing what we're doing, but I don't think
Put
it's
it on
something we
the
need to
agenda for
decide
next
right now,
month,
but.
have Discussion
Yeah,
or some
I think-
price set on that?
We certainly can.
yeah, that's a good idea.
But you have to remember this. Each storm brings a unique way. I mean, some are just routine snow and then you're gonna handle it how you handle it. But when we get something and it's ice out there and we start getting people killed, you're gonna get calls because that's what happens.
Yep.
But we also have to
Well,
watch
I
our
mean,
budget.
John could probably make an adjustment there and go over and grab salt
Right.
versus salt and sand if he needs
Right,
to.
absolutely.
Yeah, cause we did get ourselves in a little pickle last year. Again, I'm not saying just cause we're new, it's, everybody's gotta learn, right? So,
So, I had no problem with that as long as we pay attention to each storm.
otherwise, that's all I have for my report.
You wanna touch on letter B?
What was B? Oh, yeah, I just wanted to bring up, I know we talk about it all the time, and I just wanna know if there was any direction that you guys wanted me to take on possibly looking at new buildings, consolidating 2 to 1, or consolidating 3 to 1, or any direction that you guys would like to see.
Well,
Cause
people-
stuff's not getting cheaper, and we're paying three fuel islands, three electric bills, 3 phone bills, 3 internet bills. I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff, I mean,
A lot of people are gonna holler in Hayward when we shut down Hayward in winter and put it all in Radisson.
and move down Radisson,
Well, I mean, you're telling me,
which Radisson is like the central, so you call me though.
and you were saying, John, I mean, the ceilings are falling in and the windows are leaking and roofs are leaking in a lot of these.
Yeah, we've been
buildings.
trying to patch it up, but I
I
mean,
mean, when do you stop the bleeding on these old buildings instead of just going and like you say, either making 2 new buildings somewhere or, doing something?
and I'm not looking to build some big beautiful thing in, highway department. I'm just, Russ County's doing a great building right now for, pretty cheap. I just don't know which way that you guys want me to go. Just leave it and we talk about it later, but at least the plan, this is not something that's gonna happen in the next 5 years. we're talking longer down the road.
Well,
you
we're
know?
definitely gonna discuss, as far as one place.
It's gotta start sooner than later.
Right.
Exactly. It's gotta get going on either way. And like I say, it's, one place, 2 place, keep what we got, it's
Yeah.
gotta be discussed and so.
Can I just add that at Public Safety, John Fromel, who needs a new building down the road, we talked about you guys building that together, put the ambulance garage on the end of that building, and then they just need quarters, like a modular home added. And so he said he would like to talk to you about locating that somewhere in the center. So that's another angle too.
Yeah, it's just a lot right now, because we're in the very early stages of even discussing this, we gotta talk about, what are we doing? Are we keeping the existing building? Is it gonna come down? Are we staying in that area? Are we gonna find green space, because our sewer system, our water wells are all shot out there, so. I just wanna bring it to your attention. I could, whatever direction, doesn't matter.
Would the committee like John and I too come up with some options of
Yeah.
what it could be? All right.
You gotta come up with at least 3 or 4 different options.
Yeah, all right, we can work on that.
Good man.
Yes.
I also would like to, when we're looking over all this stuff, like we were talking earlier before the meeting started, I would like what the proposal is if now would be the time if we were gonna switch to all brine. If we're gonna have the expense and if it's $100 and some a ton, and so we're looking at $1 million and we use that salt in 5 years, we have spent 100% of the $1 million. And what we got at the end of that is, yep, the roads were good or whatever, and now they're all falling apart because of the salt. And all the cars and trucks are falling apart because of the salt. And I would like to know what it would cost us to switch over. Because if we're gonna do this, and if we're gonna borrow money, and I would like a bang for the buck that we can show, okay, in 5 years, yes, we're spending X amount of money, but this is sustainable. So that's what I would like to look at if we're gonna start talking about real things.
And I can compare it to other counties. It would be hard for me to do it because I don't think there is one county in the state of Wisconsin, and I could be wrong, that is 100% brine. A lot of them carry 500, or more than that gallons, but they pre-wet their salt, that already activates it. Like right now in Sawyer County, we're dumping salt on the road on cold days, and it's bouncing in ditch. It's not getting wet or moisture to activate it until cars drive on it and it starts slushing. So I could look at other counties and try to get some numbers put together on that. But I would say, to go from, you're still gonna be a salt, but you're gonna be able to use brine to offset some of the.
Right, but if we're talking about building a facility,
Right.
we might as well build a facility that's gonna impact the future.
Right.
And so if that future is going with a brine or going with a whatever, that's the time, instead of, hey, we built this building and now we can't do the other because it's gonna cost an additional.
Right.
I would like to and it may shock us, and that's fine. I'd rather have the shock factor so we can make educated decisions.
Good point, sir.
Good job. So the answer is yes, keep moving forward and keep us
Okay.
posted.
What would you like to mean, are we looking at, I need direction, like, are we looking at green space to try to find, or are we existing? That plays in a lot of factors, or, in the consolidation of 2 shops to 1, or,
Well, that's
because
why,
I've looked at so many different options, I don't,
right, so if you meet with Mike,
Yeah, I think if we can come up with some options to give them of what it looks like.
okay.
I don't know how much land we have in Hayward where the shop is at, but where the shop's at in Radisson is 40 acres. And we might as well just winter, why should they be there? We're just doubling the route. So things change.
You wanna move everything to Radisson now?
I'm just throwing out ideas so people know.
What the hell?
Anybody else have anything they want to add? Okay. Number 12, ad hoc committee update. We met on June 15th, and the biggest discussion was with Carl. Carl's been on the WJB tower since it's opened. And I want to say 20 years, but I don't know if that 20 years is correct or not. Did he say that?
The tower was built in 1979, because I asked that question.
Okay, and Carl's been there since then, so he was really knowledgeable. They are waiting for inspection. They thought they'd have inspection in June or July. The inspection's gonna tell them what they have to do to make it more structural sound, because now you have to hold an inch or inch and a half of ice.
1.5 inches of ice,
Okay.
up from 1/2 inch.
Okay, so we talked about that. We talked about, Brian Bissonnette communicating with Enbridge to maybe see if there's grant money to help with the tower or build a new tower. We talked a little bit about ATVs and the new post. They talked about trail passes on the reservation, but I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere or not, but they did talk about it. And, a few other odd-end things. Anything you wanna add? The next meeting will be to be announced when Carl gets the results of his tower, so we know what we have to do with that. And they asked, would you be able to work with us? I told them, of course, we're gonna talk about it, we'll see what we do. So that's the update for ad hoc committee. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
I guess I would add one thing to that. The cost of revamping that tower has come down. GenCom spoke with another contractor and the price was significantly lower. So that may have some influence on their decision. And I asked for that information to pass along too. I have not received it yet.
Okay, thank you. All right, board appointment committee updates. Anybody have anything, correspondence reports, future agenda items? We'll have that hanger on the agenda next month. And we'll continue with highway if they have anything ready for us by then.
Do we need to put trails back on this? It wasn't on here this month. Anything from Alliance? Usually we get a report from them and
Do you have anything you would like to share?
Thank you. I have heard
Thank you, Ren.
comments where it would be nice if we could discuss with them their time restrictions
Okay,
that are in the ordinance because it's confusing. And also there's a couple of county roads that are still kind of open, that they haven't approved. I want to drop it more in, John, when can we ask for those again? It's like limited.
I'd have to read it. I thought we changed it to once, but I could be incorrect.
It's 3 times a year.
Okay,
Yeah.
May, August.
I can't.
put it on the agenda for next month. Thank you for saying something, Randy, I forgot.
Not to put pressure, but to just keep the topic moving forward.
When we meet with the ad hoc committee again, I'll also bring it up because they were going to supply us with some more. One of the things was Highway H, the bottom of Highway H or top of Highway H. We didn't have on there and they were gonna take that back to the tribal board and bring us something and we haven't got nothing back, but we do have it open. So sometimes things slip through, as long as we can correct and move forward. The next meeting is August 12th. Don't forget about the airport breakfast that they have on Sunday, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Evans.